Hello and welcome back. So we are going to work on the remaining part of the front end where we are going to create items for update. So for example, if you want to update, what do? So you click update, it brings for you a place where you can use to update. Delete, you can just place the ID and delete the item. View, it takes you to a page where you can view that specific data. So those are the XML or the layouts that we want to create. So we'll start with the first one, which is going to be for view. So for view, it will be quite easy. We are going to create a new layout resource file, and we can call this layout resource file, we can just call it custom list. So you can just call it custom list. So it will be that. Then we go to our layout. So we'll just work with the linear layout. So you put that, then you can place your linear layout. So once you place your linear layout, ensure that the orientation of this is vertical. So you just say orientation. You can say vertical. So now once we have that, we're just going to place our three text views. This simple text view will just hold for us ID, name, and email. So we'll just place three text views. So we'll place the first text view, place the second text view, and lastly we place the third text view. So you can use any order to align them. So we can come to our layouts, then we can use space to just space them out kidogo. So you can just say text view, then you put some space there, then so you put some space there. So this space you can expand it, so so the space you can just give it. So you come to your space, where is like a space, the space here, so you have the space, then you can just give it height. We can say maybe 20 dp. So you have your height as 20 dp. So this one, let's just say wrap content. So you have your height as 20 dp. So you equal standard for all the spaces you're going to place. So you can just start with some space here, or here at the top we can just give it a margin. So this space we can just move it just to the next, and then we can say this space, let it be height 20 dp. So it spaces that out, and lastly here is okay. Then at the top we can just give it a margin. So the first text view, so we can say the first text view, let it hold for us the ID. So we'll just give it an ID, say text view ID. So we'll just place ID at the end for the ID, then so that it also different from the others that we have. So text view name, so we come to this text view name, then we just say ID, let it be text view name. And then lastly for this one, email, so let's say let it be text view, then capital E, then we say email. So when you click view, you will see the name here and the ID. Then we can just come and simply place a simple horizontal layout just at the top here. So this horizontal, and we can now place a text view just to tell us what page is this. So we can say text view there, and for our linear layout, let the height be wrap content. So you have it there. Then you can just give it a small width, and you're good to go. So our text view, for our text view, we can just leave the ID that, so we can say view item, and then we can just come here, so it's going to be the one at the top, so view item here. Then we can just say, we can give it a text size. We can say maybe let's say 24 SP. Then we can give it text style, let it be bold, and then we can just give it a text color, and then we can say maybe primary dark. Let's not forget to align it to the center, so we say gravity to be center. That's just for the first one. The rest will remain like that. So you have your view item there. So now when you come to view your item, you'll have your view item. Then you can see here, so the first one will hold for us the name. So in the text, you can just come and say, so in the first one, you can just say, this one will just have name here, so the name will be there. The next one, you will have the the first one is ID, sorry, so the first one will be ID, capital ID here. Then the next one, you can just say for text view name, you can say name here. Then lastly, we can say email here. So this is what is going to hold. So when you click view, you'll come and see ID, name, and email. So that's it with the view item. So we have that, and it's well written. So we've created the one for holding items for us, the name. Then we can now come and place, say new layout resource file. Then we'll say delete underscore dialog. So we create delete dialog. So we just create a delete dialog. Yeah. So we create a delete dialog. So you can say okay. So for the delete dialog, so for our list will be quite easy. We'll just be able to see ID, name, and email. And this is the same that we're going to pass in our activity. So in our item 1, when you click view, we are going to see the 3 items, and we're going to use this to pass the item there. So you can so we'll let us see on whether you want to use this or not. So that's fine. Then delete dialog will be quite easy. We'll just come and place our linear layout. So you call your linear layout. Then let's ensure that the orientation is, so let's make our orientation vertical. And for us, it's going to be quite easy. For delete, we're just going to place one edit text. So you just enter your ID. So you just place the ID there, then you can give it an ID. So for the ID, we can give it delete ID. So delete ID is what is going to be the value there. Then you can say enter ID to delete. So you have that. So that's quite simple. You're going to use it inside a simple pop-up. So we have that. That's for the ID. Then lastly, for the update, you're going to place 3 text views where you're just going to click and have the update. So that's it. So we create a delete dialog. Then now we're going to create a update dialog. So you can just come, right click, then you say new, then you say layout resource file, then we just create updates underscore dialog, then you click OK. So we go to our layout and we'll change our layout to linear layout, and we'll do our orientation. So just orientation, then you'll say vertical. Then we are going to place 3 items, three of them, that is going to help us to delete. So we'll say place the first one, place the second one, and we place the third one. So one for update ID, update email, and update name. So that's what we're going to have. So for the ID, so ID you can just call update email. So let's ensure it's update email. Let's ensure the IDs are matching. So you say update email, update email. So you say update. So the first one is ID. So we start with update ID. So what's up? So we say update ID. So let's see what the problem is. Okay, so you have your update ID. So you can unaweza footer the text, then you can just give it a hint. So you footer the text, then you can give it a hint and say update ID. So you have that. Then for the second one is going to be update name. So for the ID you can just come and say update name. So we have update name, then text will be footer that, and then you can say update name. And then lastly will be update email. So you have update, so you have update email here as your ID. So you can just come here and check in our code what the problem is. So you can say update email, then you footer the text, you put a hint, then will be update email. So you have that. So you have update ID, update name, and update email right there. So this also will be inside a simple text field, in a simple dialog box. You can decide to put some spacing, or you can just decide to leave it, just depending on how you want to style in your work. So we have that. Try and space out this kidogo, so it's not so you can give it maybe we can come and decide to give them. So we have this for the width. Let's just go to wrap content. So we can come in here in our code and now edit text to just give it margin. So we're just going to give them margin to be standard. So we'll just come here and we can say layout margin. So we can say margin top, then margin top, let's do a 20 dp. Sorry. So let's do 20 dp just here in our margin top. So we do 20 dp. So when we just check here, at least we'll have some space from the margin top. So we do that for layout margin for the first edit text, for the second edit text. So we can say margin top, then we say 20 dp, and the last one also will say margin top, just right there, margin top, and we say 20 dp. Then our work will be well spaced, at least it hazitashikana sana. So we have that and that. So yeah, so that's good. Now it's well spaced. So we'll now finished up with the front end. So now we can now directly. So here we can also lastly give it a margin. So you can just say margin top, then we'll say 20 dp. So we have that. So yeah, so for our delete dialog as well, so we have it there, and we are good to go. So now we'll now see you as we begin our back end. Bye.